Hello, beautiful people. This is Aaron here again. The last time I made a video about my Mercedes W203 C220 CDI diesel, of course, which was having a starting problem. When you put the key inside the car and you're trying to start it, the car wasn't starting. It wasn't cranking at all. Instead of starting, you will hear the alternator, the radiator fan rather turning on. I've noticed many people making such videos and then showing us how it is. So I got this fixed. Yes, I got this fixed and I'm super happy. Yeah. Before I tell you how I fixed my car, I will recommend you to take your vehicle to a diagnostic center. If you can go to about 3 or 4 different diagnostic centers, and then you can know exactly what is wrong with your car. So, number 1, I went to a diagnostic center here in Coventry, United Kingdom, and then I was told about the error code, which was P20 to P205 something P2052 or something. I'm not really sure. I'll put that in my description. And then the next diagnosis center also gave me the same code, and I went to the last diagnosis center where I got the same code again. So I then realized that this is exactly the problem with my car. Before then, I had changed my glow plugs, which others call the heating plugs. Then I changed the glow plug relays, and then I changed the starter motor, and then I changed a whole lot of things. The starter motor fuse, which the starter motor relay, and then there were a whole lot of stuff I changed. I spent a lot of pounds on this car trying to get it back working. But it was all unfortunate that all that I did couldn't get the car back to the road. I was very, very much disappointed until I finally went to a garage called VRS here in Coventry, where they strip off all the cables, every wiring, everything, and then they try to trace whether there was a corrosion or non-grounding wire or a torn wire or something. So after doing that, they came to confirm that it is the ECU that is giving a wrong signal to the radiator fan. So instead of the ECU to send a signal to the starter motor, it rather sent a signal to the radiator fan to kick in. That was why when I turned the key on to start the car, it wouldn't crank, but the radiator fan would turn on. That was the problem. So I spoke with this company to get me a new ECU or ECM or whatever you call it. And the price they mentioned was 100,000. 100,000? Yes. 1,000 pounds. Yes, 1,000 pounds. And then they're going to take 700 pounds as a charge. That's the workmanship or labor for fixing it for me. So I thought about 1,700 pounds was too much to fix this car, and it's almost more than half the price of the car. So what if I park my car and then I go hunting on Facebook for some cheap cars that I can get for 1,700 pounds? So I was very, very much disappointed because I love this car. I bought this car. This is a car. Look at that. Look at this sweet, beautiful interior. Beautiful car. So beautiful, isn't it? So beautiful. It got manual drive pedal, cruise control. Everything was on point. Everything is perfect. Check the gear lever. So smooth, so beautiful, isn't it? So, and why should I leave this beautiful car and then go buy another car? I wouldn't want to trash this car. I don't want to take this car to the scrap. So I thought about, okay, let me get an ECU and then give it a shot. Give it a try. I went on eBay and then I searched ECU for W203 C220 CDI diesel 2007 model. Lucky for me, I found lots of ECUs that popped up out from my search. But before then, I had gotten my ECU's number, which is here. Where's my old ECU? So this was the ECU on the car. This is the ECU that was on the car. So see, the previous owner had put a CLK ECU on the car. My previous owner had this on the car. So when I went online on eBay, I was able to get the exact ECU for this car, for this model. Long story short, I went online again to look for someone who can help me remap the ECU, copy or clone or reprogram my ECU. I searched, I went online many times, calling people, giving me huge prices, £700, £500, £450. So the last person that I trusted was someone called Andy of Chip Tuning Solutions, CTS, located in Leamington Spa. So Andy got my ECU remapped and then the car starts perfectly. Yes. So now let's start my car. We're going to start the car. I put my key in here and then I turn it on, the first key. Okay. Initially, when I turn the key on, just keep looking here. When I turn the key on, the glow light wasn't going to come on. But now it comes on. That's it. You see it? Then let's go. Pa. Woo! Woo! The car is started. You see that? So starting again. Whoa! The car started. She started. This is a solution to Mercedes not starting in the morning. There are a lot of people who change relays and then they get it working. I have a spare relay here which I bought for the car, but it's unfortunate this relay did not work. This is a starter relay that I bought to change it. I changed it, but that wasn't a problem. And then finally I got a new ECU and then it's working. So if you're in the UK and then you're having similar problem or the same problem, just get diagnostic. Go diagnostic your car. Just go and diagnose your car and then find out the problem with it. It's going to show heater booster not working. That's usually the fault or the program, the error that comes up. Heater booster not working. So when you get this error, you've got to either work on your heater booster first. Okay, if it's not the heater booster, then you definitely need a new ECU. Hey, don't go buy a brand new ECU if you can't afford it. If you cannot afford a brand new ECU, go on eBay, look for an ECU that matches the same as your ECU and then get it remapped. Usually ECUs are returnable. If it doesn't work for you, you can return it through eBay and then you get your money back. Yeah, it's better than going to buy a brand new ECU. The next advice to you is to take your car to Mercedes. Whoever tells you Mercedes is expensive, no, it's a lie. A diagnostic center took £300 from me to check this car. VRS. I don't want to mention their name, but I have to. VRS took £300 from me just to diagnose the car, strip off wires and everything to check for corrosion whatsoever. £300. They didn't fix the car. Okay, but I walked into Mercedes to ask about how much they're going to take when I'm buying a new ECU, and then they're making them fix it for me. Mercedes asked me what's the problem with my car. I told them the problem with my car, that my car wasn't starting in the morning. I went to a garage and I was told that I needed to replace the ECU. That's why I've come here to get a new ECU. Hey, Mercedes sat me down. Yo, gentlemen, let me talk some sense to you. We don't sell ECU to people just like that, because it's expensive to get a new ECU. So this is what we're going to do for you. We're going to charge you £100 and then diagnose your car, check the wirings, corrosions, everything. If there's no problem with it or it's something else, we're going to fix it for you, and then we tell you your price. If it's ECU, we're going to give you a call. If you give us a go ahead, we're going to change your ECU for you. Okay? So Mercedes is not expensive. People keep saying, hey, the dealership is expensive. That's expensive. No, people in smaller garages, private mechanics charge so huge. Okay, they go to buy the parts for at a retail price, and then they put about double the price of the purchase on it and then sell it to you. Why don't you take your car to Mercedes if you have the money? In my circumstance, I found a solution to my car before thinking of going into Mercedes to inquire about my car. Because the first day that I put the ECU on, that was the very day I thought about going into Mercedes to inquire. So I had the ECU on, the new one on, which I remapped, the new one that I worked on, before I went into Mercedes to ask about a should in case my new remapped ECU failed. So my new remapped or reprogrammed ECU is right here in the car, and it's working perfectly. So please, whoever have this problem, Mercedes-Benz not starting in the morning, Mercedes-Benz hard to start in the morning, will not crank, whatever, this is the solution. Get your car diagnosed, get a better diagnostic machine or diagnosis center to examine your car for you, find the problem, fix it. If it's ECU, take it to Mercedes, let them get it stripped off, do everything for you, and then find out the problem. They made the car and they know where and what is wrong with your car. Get your car worked on, get your Mercedes back on the streets, love your car just as I love my car. Cheers and thank you for watching.